Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Om Yajnanandimrandasya Jnananjanasrakaya Chakshurunmritam Jayana Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our ISKCON Bulla official YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss the third chapter of 11th canto. Here Raja Maharaj Nemi asked 4 questions. These questions are being answered in this chapter. So, what are the questions? First is nature and activities of the illusory potency, Maya. Then, method of becoming free from Maya's insurmountable grip. Second question. Third question is the transcendental situation of the Supreme Lord Narayana. And the fourth is the process of karma yoga by which one becomes free from all material activities. So, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the original cause of all causes, created the 5 material elements from which the material bodies of the conditioned souls are created so that the conditioned souls may cultivate either sense gratification or ultimate liberation. Appearing as the Super Soul, the Supreme Lord enters the material bodies of the created beings and activates the 11 senses of the conditioned souls. The conditioned soul misidentifies the created material body with his actual self and thus engages in various fruitive activities. Impelled by the reactions of his own activities, he repeatedly takes birth in various aspects of life and thus suffers greatly until the time of the cosmic annihilation. When the annihilation is imminent, the soul of the universal form withdraws the entire material creation within himself, and then he himself enters into the original cause of all causes. In this way, the Lord empowers his illusory potency, consisting of the 3 modes of material nature, for the creation, maintenance, and annihilation of the material universe. Accepting the roles of male and female in this material world, the conditioned souls unite in sexual relationships. Although these souls constantly make material endeavors to eliminate their unhappiness and unlimitedly increase their pleasure, they inevitably achieve exactly the opposite result. Permanent happiness cannot be found in this world, either on the earthly planets or on the heavenly planets, which one can attain in the next life after performing ritualistic ceremonies and sacrifices. Both on earth and in heaven, the living entity is harassed by the envy and rivalry of others. Therefore, any person who seriously desires to find the permanent relief from the sufferings of material existence should take shelter of the lotus feet of the bona fide spiritual master as stated in 11.3.21. Tasmad gurum prapadyeta jigyasu sreya uttamam shabde parecha nisnadam brahmani upasamasre. We should take shelter of a spiritual master, Gurum Prapadyeta. For what? Jigyansu Sreya Uttamam. What is Sreya? What is the ultimate aim of our life? Sreya Uttamam. Who is that spiritual master? Shabde Parecha Nisnadam. Not only he is well versed in Veda, but he has taken shelter on the Lord, who is beyond this Veda. Shabde Parachan Isnadam, Brahmani Upasamasrayam. So, in the purport, Sri Vishwanath Thakur says, Upasamasrayam means Krodha, Lobhadi, Vasibhutam. Those who control their Krodha or anger and greed, etc. Avasibhutam. Accepting the bona fide spiritual master as one's life and soul, the submissive disciple should learn from him the process of pure devotional service to satisfy the Supreme Lord. By thus following the path of devotional service, the disciple gradually develops all good qualities. Stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 5th canto, Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavati agninjana sarve guni tatra samasthita sura. One who develops this devotional service, all the good qualities of the demigods reside in him. One should hear, glorify, and meditate upon the wonderful transcendental activities, appearance, qualities, and holy names of the Lord. Whatever one finds pleasing or enjoyable, he should immediately offer to the Supreme Lord. Even his wife, children, home, and very life, air, should all be offered at the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One should serve and learn from those who are pure devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. By chanting the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the association of devotees, one becomes satisfied and happy and develops a loving friendship with the devotees. In this way, one becomes able to give up material sense gratification, which is the cause of all suffering. When a devotee attains the stage of pure love of Godhead, the hairs of his body stand on a ecstatic emotion, and he manifests various ecstatic symptoms. He personally meets the Supreme Lord and becomes full of transcendental bliss. He can meet the Supreme Lord. And by learning the science of devotional service and practically engaging in the devotional service of the Lord, the devotee comes to the stage of love of Godhead. This prema pumartha maha, this is pancham purushartha. This is real game of life, human life. When completely devoted to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, the devotee easily crosses over the illusory energy Maya, which is extremely difficult to cross. The Lord also says in Bhagavad Gita 7th chapter, Daivi hesa gunamayi mama maya durataya mame vaja prapadyante maya mehetang tarantite. Daivi hesa gunamayi, that this Maya, this material energy is such that one cannot surpass it. Situated within the temporary and constantly changing material world, the Supreme Lord remains eternal and unchanging. He cannot be understood by the unaided mind or senses, and he is transcendental to the manifestation of the material world, which takes place as the suitable cause and material effect visible in the appearance of gross material objects. Although he is original one, by expanding his illusory potency Maya, he appears in many different forms. He is always free from birth, growth, decay and death, and he is the Supreme Soul and the all-pervading witness who perceives the mentalities of all living entities. He is the Supreme Brahman and is known as Narayana. When one seriously engages in devotional service to the lotus feet of Lord Narayana, the impure desire lodged within one's heart as a result of one's previous work within the three modes of material nature are destroyed. When the heart is thus purified, one can directly perceive both the Supreme Lord and oneself as transcendental entities. Through authorized study of the transcendental Vedic literature, one can properly understand the meaning of prescribed duties and non-performance of such duties and forbidden activities, karma, akarma, vikarma. This difficult subject matter can never be understood by mundane speculation. The Lord says, King karma, king akarma iti kavayupyatra mohita. Most intelligent persons do not know what is to be done, what is not to be done. Vedic injunction, they indirectly lead one to the path of ultimate liberation by first prescribing putative religious activities, just as a father promises his child candy so that the child would take his medicine. If an ignorant person who has not conquered the material senses doesn't perform the Vedic injunctions, he will certainly engage in sinful and irreligious activities. Thus his reward will be repeated birth and death. On the other hand, if one executes the regulatory activities prescribed in the Vedas without attachment and offers the results of such work to the Supreme Lord, one attains perfect freedom from the bondage of material work. The material fruitive results offered in the revealed scriptures are not the actual goal of Vedic knowledge, but are meant for stimulating the interest of the performer. If a conditioned soul worships the Supreme Lord Hari by following the regulations found in Vedic literatures, such as tantras, he will quickly become free from the bondage of false ego. When a devotee obtains the mercy of his spiritual master, who reveals to him the injunctions of Vedic scriptures, he worships the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the particular personal form he finds most attractive. In this way, the devotee quickly becomes liberated from all material bondage. In this way, these four questions are answered in chapter 3. Then another 2 chapters are there. This Bhagavad Dharma is being described. So thank you very much for listening to our lecture. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, and like our channel and get the blessings of the Lord. Hare Krishna.